Have you ever encountered someone calling you and asking you to sell your home? This happens to me every single day and it's exhausting. What happens is that there's a company or multiple companies who buy homes for cash. Is this a good thing or not? Well, in this video, I'll explain to you the implications of these companies, how they affect the rental market, and how you can profit from this. Hi there, my name is Jaime Shekaiben and I welcome you to my channel, The Foreigner in America, where I teach locals and foreigners everything they need to know about producing money, keeping money, and multiplying it, specializing in the markets and real estate. So if you're someone like myself who loves money and wants to be successful and free, please subscribe to this great channel and hit that bell so you follow up on my 2 weekly videos. Also check out my blog, Instagram, and social media under the same channel name, and take a look at my book, which I will leave a link below for you to check out. So without further ado, let's begin. The real estate market is getting a more promising note now that Morgan Stanley came out saying that the drop will not be significant, of only a 6.5% nationwide. Every time someone asks you to sell your home, they say no questions asked. Cash payment, the closing days, no BS. Let me explain to you what these companies actually do. Your home has an appraised value for sale. You get that from an appraiser before you're thinking of selling. This process usually costs less than $1,000. These companies that tell you they want your house will only give you 60% of appraised value. And you might say, no one will sell under these circumstances. Well, these companies profit from calling thousands and thousands of people and asking until they find people with financial distress or emotional distress. When they find someone with one of those two, meaning a loss of life, a divorce, bankruptcy, depression, etc., they will force them to sell the house at 60% appraised value. Once they close on your home, they will repaint it, fix one or two things, and resell it for a much more than appraised value, making a killing. Or they might just rent the house expensive. They can buy all the houses in one whole street or many streets and then rent them all out. So is this a good thing or a bad thing for the real estate market? Well, in my opinion, it's a bad thing. One, they are profiting from the disgrace of other people. Second, they are inflating the rental housing market. If the neighboring properties are all renting between $1,000 and $1,500 a month, they will buy all the houses, fix them, and then rent them at $2,000. So when you come into the market and want to rent a house, well, you have to pay $2,000 or you will be priced out. And the problem is that they blame this on inflation. It has nothing to do with inflation. It's just corporate greed fueled by low interest rates. The lower the rates, the more houses people are looking to buy. So you buy cheap and sell them expensive. Remember, the name of the game is making money no matter what. Is it illegal? Not really. They're flipping houses like everyone else does. The problem here is the magnitude. Since they don't buy and flip 10 houses, but 100,000 houses. So by 2022, institutional investors hold 5% of all 14 million rental homes in the United States. If you pay an average of $1,500 per house, you're looking at $24 billion in rental income every month just by single families in the US. So you really don't want to participate in this great business? The problem is that by 2030, these institutional investors will hold 40% of all rental houses, close to 7.6 million homes. Whenever these institutions sell properties, that's a great opportunity for you and me to buy some. You don't need to own 1 million houses, trust me. Just by owning 10 houses paid off, each one worth $200,000, and renting them at $1,800 a month, you're looking at a net worth of $2 million and a rental income of $216,000 per year before expenses. Not bad, huh? But no one starts with 10 houses paid off. You start with one, with a mortgage and a tenant that pays your bills. Little by little, with hard work and dedication and discipline, you buy your second and your third and so on, and then you start paying them off. If you want to invest in the markets, buy stocks or index funds, that's great as well. You can make a lot of money by buying and holding long term. I love real estate because it's more interesting. What you need to do is prevent financial or emotional distress, not to fall prey of these companies which are trying to buy your home at 60% appraised value. Then you need to compete by buying one more home and rent it out little by little. So if you're a saver, you can accumulate enough money to buy a home. Maybe not the 5,000 square foot home by the water, but the $200,000 home you didn't like so much. If you don't want to live there, well, you can rent it out and start from there. Or you can go for an expensive home but rent out per room to your friends. House hacking. Best of both worlds is you get a cheap interest rate and then you get your rent paid for and the house paid for, and the house is never empty when you leave on a long trip. So whatever you do, don't fight these institutional investors. Play along with them. They cannot force you to sell. And they will be selling once the market gets shady in some areas. So maybe you can get a property for sale. If you have your expenses in check, money in the bank, no debt, and a steady income, you're fine no matter what. Stay fit and disciplined and you will succeed. But remember, take control of your life and take control of your money. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found useful information, give me a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any one of my 2 weekly videos as soon as they come out. So have a great day, don't lose any money, and I'll see you next time.